special guest is going to be Daphne Brookins. Woo! But before we get started, we always like to do Philippians 1 and 6. And this is the short version of it. Finish what you start. And tonight, we're going to find out about Daphne because she's going to finish what she has already started, 2 years ago, Daphne, right? So tonight, Daphne is going to be our special guest, and Daphne is running for the Fort Worth School Board, right? And let me say it now, early voting is April the 19th through the 27th. So you all go ahead and get ready to vote, okay? So at this time, we're going to go ahead and just get some information about you, Daphne.
Kadivas Robinson here, Fort Worth native, TCU and Trimble Tech alum, and two-time Olympian. And I'm here to give my support for Daphne Brookins, for Fort Worth School Board. You know, Martin Luther King said it best. If you want to be important, if you want to be great, and if you want to be recognized, you must serve. And Daphne Brookins is your servant. I'm from the south side of Fort Worth, and I'm a testimony to the importance of an education. Not only did I receive my high school diploma, but I received my bachelor's from TCU and also received my master's degree. And I'll tell you this, education is so important. That's why I'm supporting Daphne Brookins for Fort Worth School Board. Please partner with me and give me your support for Daphne Brookins so we can get more leaders out of the Fort Worth Independent School District. Thank you.
In 2 years, can y'all believe it's been 2 years?
Yeah. Wow.
2 years since she's been on the show.
Yes.
Come on up, Linda. We've been waiting on you. Come on, Linda. Linda's coming in. She just got here. Come on, Linda Smiley. All right. So as Linda's joining us.
Looking all hot and sexy.
Yeah, look at her.
Come on
Her
with
little
your
pretty
sex
self.
self.
But anyway, tonight we're going to find out about a little bit more about Daphne, and we want you as the audience on Facebook Live, and you can also watch it on YouTube. We'll be running this segment, so you all will be able to see and hear about Daphne and what Daphne has been doing with the school board for the last 2 years, okay? So Daphne and I used to work together. I've been knowing Daphne for years, and she's always been busy with her kids and getting kids into so many different programs. So I can see why you would work and want to be running for the school board. So Daphne, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So right now I'm the incumbent that for the District 4 Fort Worth ISD School Board. And I'm running again because our kids need us. You know, I started putting in my work as a servant for Fort Worth ISD. It's been almost 2 years now. And in the meantime, I've brought programs to the school. I brought partnerships, and you know I'm busy in the and have a lot of partners that I've established over the years, and just bringing them to the table to show them, you know, what our kids have in Fort Worth ISD and what they need.
Yes, and they need a lot, don't
they? Need a lot.
They need a lot. These kids really need a lot.
Yes.
Okay, so Daphne, what motivates you to want to become a board member? I know you love the kids, but it has to be something outside. I know, the kids are the motivation, right?
That's right.
Okay.
The kids are my priority and my main focus. But you're having them to get a quality education. You know, this is our next generation. We have to prepare them.
Yes, we do.
Every way that we can, make sure they have all the essentials that they need for their toolbox in order to be successful and to be able to either go on to college or get a job after graduation.
Okay. So on this card, you all, we're going to have these to pass out to different people. For Daphne Brookins, is the driven leader fighting for our kids. Right. Now, what have you
I would read the fine print, but it's fine.
I know. I was trying to with my context. I did get Daphne delivered results. What it say? Open our school while keeping our kids safe.
That's right. It is very important to me that our kids get back to in-person. In-person learning.
Yes.
You know, when the pandemic came, you know, I was driving through the neighborhood and I could see our kids just outside. They weren't learning, they weren't protected, and some of our kids weren't even eating. Because a lot of our kids, when they eat during school. That's the time that they get their meals. And so it was just very important to me that our kids need structure and they need to be back
They
in school
do.
because
They
that's
do.
how they learn.
They
That's
do.
how they
Mhm.
Because while they're at home,
Mhm.
do you think they have too much structure? Or
No, I think that there a lot of our kids, especially the kids that are coming from the low performing areas, they don't have a good learning environment, and that's why they're getting behind.
Okay.
That's why they need to be back in school.
Okay. Because some of the parents, do you feel that they don't have, I mean, are they really communicating with the kids? You know, because I know they have to sign in, don't they?
Yeah,
Or
they do have to
with
sign
the-
in.
with
They
the-
all have their laptops and their hotspots now, and that was something that got us behind with their learning.
Okay.
We had received learning loss from our kids because not everybody was able to get their laptops and their hotspots all at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
The like low income
Mm-hmm.
kids,
Mm-hmm.
do they have computers as well?
They do now. Yes.
Now.
Yeah,
So how
I
long did that
definitely.
take for them to get that.
Well, it took them, I guess, a couple of months after everybody else started getting them.
Mm.
And so it wasn't the fact that they didn't have them. It was getting the hotspot and the laptop. They
Right.
came at different times.
Right.
That's
right.
what it was. And so it was, like I said, they're in the process of catching up right now, but we need the community to help rally around our kids. We need to bring back that village concept where
Yeah.
everybody is working together to help get our kids caught up because they need us.
And
Yeah.
sometimes we just learn better in groups.
Absolutely.
Even at work,
Absolutely.
I know
Right.
I do. I learn better with my coworkers.
Yeah.
Right.
Our
because-
kids need that social and emotional support. They do.
You do. Even in
Because you can
school.
put a child in front of a laptop and
That's it.
and
it's like what? Even myself.
Yeah.
Right,
You know,
right.
it's very hard to learn. I mean, because technology is so
Mm,
advanced.
That's right.
Advanced. You know,
Yes,
you
it
can
is.
like your telephone, for
Mhm.
instance. Within a month, they done upgraded it to
I
something
know.
else.
Something else.
You know, and you like, what the heck is
I
going on?
just learned that one, and now they're already
now-
giving me a different
right.
one. Yes.
So I can understand that, but it's mostly for the low income kids
Mhm, mhm.
because it's like they've been thrown away.
Yeah.
If
Well,
you-
that's
if you
what I'm in
understand.
there for. To
Yeah.
make sure and ask those hard questions and make sure
Right.
that everything is being done equitably. That our
Right.
kids are not an afterthought.
Right.
So how's the after school programs? Do you work with a lot of that? You know.
I'm working with some of the after school programs as well as the early childhood programs.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that our kids are coming in at a good reading level that they're supposed to be on. So in order to do that, I have to work with the early childhood department and work with the child care facilities and agencies to make sure they're all on the same page. And just
Oh,
because
okay.
they have a child care facility doesn't mean that they have the same books and everything that Fort Worth ISD has. So
Okay.
it's, working with them to make sure, do you have the same materials? Are we all on the same page?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Mhm.
All right.
Do you stress? I mean, your plate seems like you got enough on your plate.
Yeah.
So do you stress? How do you combine taking care of this, taking care of your family,
Mhm, mhm.
church and all this, and then just being by yourself to concentrate on you?
It's not
How do you
easy.
do that?
It's not easy.
I know it
and
can't be.
and one of the reasons it's not easy is because I'm always thinking about putting the kids first
Okay.
and making sure they have everything that they need. And when the pandemic came, I stayed up some nights because I wanted the kids to go back to school, but I wanted them to be able to go back safely.
Yeah.
And you can just send them back to school without having all the PPE that they needed, make sure that they were 6 feet apart, and that, they had to learn all of that stuff.
Mhm.
I stayed up some nights because I was concerned that if we go too soon, that,
Right.
kids could get sick. And then, in District 4, a lot of our kids live in multi-generational
Okay.
households.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they could go to school and be fine and bring it back home to grandma.
That's
and-
right.
Yeah, because they were the
Yeah.
ones who were getting it quicker.
Yeah.
Now the kids have the resiliency.
Yeah.
They have the strong immune system, but they could be a carrier and bring it back.
Back.
So it took me some days and nights, staying up to make sure that I made the right decision. And I had to call on God.
I know
Please
that's
help
right.
me. Make sure I make the right decision because I didn't want anybody to die.
Yeah.
Right.
So Days and nights, yeah.
Right.
So how are the teachers working with you? Are they in there to help you a lot or what?
Yeah, the teachers are very supportive. The principals are supportive. I'm meeting with them on a monthly basis now, and a lot of the things that I've already put in place. I've only been in there, like I said, less than 2 years, and but to come in running. I didn't.
No, you did. You came in running.
I came in running
Yes, you did.
because I saw that there was some inequalities and our kids were behind. So I came in immediately saying, okay, what can I do? What what are my roles as a board member? What can do and not do?
Right.
I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but I want to make sure that our kids are getting served.
Right.
And so took that time to learn all of that, and then started making my rounds to meeting with the neighborhood associations because
That's good.
Yeah, because we need them. That's that part of that village.
That's good.
And meeting with the parents, and then meeting with the students, and now I'm in the process of meeting with employers and also meeting with stakeholders because we may need their money later on as well to help with after school programs and stuff like that. So
that's good.
Yeah.
So what are some of your what do you see as the board roles and responsibility with this position?
The roles of the board are to set the policies, the goals and objectives for the district, hire and hold accountable the superintendent.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
you have to make sure the superintendent is in line.
That's right, that he's doing what he said he's going to do.
So how do you do that?
He comes up every 2 or 3 years that he comes up, and we go through and we look to see, this is what you said you were going to do. Let's check and see, did you do that? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That does. What attributes are essential for a successful school board member?
To me, I think you have to be a really good listener because you can't just go into this position and just start doing stuff because it may not be what's needed.
Okay.
You have to be able
That's
to
true.
listen
That's
to
a
the
good
community
point.
and find out, where can I fit best? Where can I help you at best? And then some of the attributes that I bring to this position is, being in the social service field for over 20 years.
Yeah.
And also being a teacher, being in the classroom. So when I see things that come across my desk as far as issues and on our agenda for the school board, I'm not just looking at it with just one lens. I'm looking at it from all different angles, from all the experiences that I have. And that's how I come up with a decision. Now, they may not always be the popular decisions, but I feel that those are the decisions that are best for our kids.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, because I'm pretty sure you had some conflicts.
Yes.
With you going in. There are gonna be some conflicts, right? So how are you able to handle these conflicts when you're presenting your whatever you presenting? Do your conflict come from the teachers or from who mostly?
Well, we so far we've been pretty good. Our board, we don't always agree on everything, but we always come to the same conclusion that we're putting the kids' best interest at first. So no, I don't have any conflicts with the teachers or even the principals, because like I said, I listen to them. I let them tell me what they need. I don't just go in and say, this is what you need, and
you're gonna change it.
No, I don't do that because that may not be what they need. I'm not in the school every day.
Right.
So I don't know, what they need until they tell me, and then I said, okay, let's sit down and discuss it. I meet with our principals in their pyramid, the ODY pyramid, once a month. And I listen to all of the principals, like we have a Morningside Middle School coming up. We're getting ready to partner with, it's going to be in-house. The Learning Academy Network, where we're going to supply emotional and social support. We're going to be doing tutoring. We're going to be doing leadership opportunities. And we already have 6 schools. We're in Glencrest is one of mine that we're just now pulled in, that's already working with this same process with Texas Wesleyan. So now we're doing this one with the middle school. We're doing the same process, but in-house. So that's that village concept. We're bringing in these other colleges and universities to help us to get these kids back to where they need to be.
So how does the college help? I mean, what do they do?
Well, they actually come in and they provide those services, after school, tutoring,
so they help
social, emotional, yes.
Okay, so when you say tutoring, are they sending students over there from the college students to tutor them, or how does that work?
It's staff and college students. Mhm.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Okay,
So,
I'm sorry.
go ahead. No.
So do they assign like a certain student?
Mhm.
Do they assign a particular person to that, like a one-on-one?
To the school. Yeah.
Oh, it's to the school,
To the
not to the
school.
student.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
So how many sit on the board, on the school board?
On the school board, I believe there's 8.
And it's for different district areas?
Yes. It's for different
okay.
districts. And mine is District 4.
You're District 4.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
And mine starts from O.D. Wyatt and the Forest Hill schools all the way to I Am Terrell.
Okay,
So, mhm.
O.D. Wyatt is building a new, what building is that?
That's
they
the
are building.
I want to say it's the robotics center.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. And they also have a new athletic area. Athletic
So what is a robotics center?
well, that's when they're learning about coding and they're learning
Yeah.
about
Oh,
engineering and
right.
stuff like that.
Oh.
Mhm.
And are they doing the robotics, making,
Mhm.
designing robots and
Yeah.
all that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that they were gonna be doing some of that, but I didn't know they were doing it at ODY.
Oh yes.
Wow.
Oh yes.
It is. Well, what level is ODY? I mean, like the grade, what grade would you give ODY, or, is it coming up, like polytechnical,
Mhm.
so it's going to be considered, industrial school,
Mhm.
vocational school?
Right. It's a combination of the two. And same thing with ODY. It's a combination of the two. Plus, ODY is going to also be getting the dual credit opportunities
Are
as
you
well.
really?
Mhm.
Dual credit, what do you mean by dual
Oh,
credit?
Being
Wow.
able to get college credit
Credits.
in high school. Uh-huh.
Oh, that is excellent.
Yeah.
That is because
Yeah.
Crowley been doing that for a long
Yeah.
time. and
Well,
now they
several
just-
of our schools
Yeah.
have it, but ODY,
That's right,
they're
never
just
did.
now getting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
That's-
that is
maybe that should
excellent.
encourage ODY a lot better.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
I know that's right, because boy, I went to ODY one day, boy, those kids scared me. I
But
tell you, gosh.
ODY has a lot of opportunities that a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah.
And I actually invited the principal to come out to a Forest Hill City Council meeting so he can talk about all the great
Yeah.
things that they have now. We have several programs of choice at ODY. Culinary, like I said, the robotics. We got
Yeah,
construction
culinary?
and all of those. So when those kids graduate, they graduate their certifications.
That's right, and that's good.
Right. And
That's
so,
awesome.
yeah. And so a lot
That's
of people
good.
don't know
No,
that
they
these
don't.
are the programs of choice that
Yeah.
are right there in your backyard. So,
Because a lot of time, you look at ODY as one of those. I mean, like the kids are just out there,
Yeah.
But now it's look like you're bringing in some programs that would encourage them
absolutely.
to do better.
Yeah. My goal is to make it where all the
You're
kids who
right.
live in the district want to go to ODY
Right,
because they know that they have those opportunities there.
right.
And so, and not only just getting the community involved and getting the parents excited about their kids' education at ODY, but also bringing those employers as well.
Into
Just
it.
like something like what we do with Workforce.
Yeah.
We bring those employers
Yes,
in to meet
yes,
the kids
yes.
so they can, they're coming out with their certifications. Why not already have that employer lined up
Right.
and
Yeah,
working
that's
with
good.
them
That's
prior
good.
to their graduation?
So that's what you're working on. With
That's
that.
what I'm working on.
Because
with that.
that's gonna change the thing for ODY.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was really scared to send my niece over there one
Mhm.
time, because of the reputation
right,
that they
right.
had, Plus, I went in there and saw some of the stuff
Right,
that they
right.
did, with the smoking the weed and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So this is gonna really enhance people to not see it like that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
they're bringing in the same curriculum that they bring at the other schools.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's good because see, when my sons went to North Crowley,
Okay.
and they've always had the dual credit there,
Mhm.
and now they can do that here. Is
Now
that
they
going to
can
be
do
with
that here.
Tarrant County College?
Uh,
What's the dual credit going to be?
yes.
with?
Uh-huh.
Tarrant County
Uh-huh.
College.
Mhm.
Is that the only college that's going to be able to? Or what about Taunton?
Well, Tarleton's going to be offering scholarships, so we are
Good.
partnering with That's something that we just did recently,
Wow.
and I was on the front line pushing that opportunity to make sure
That is
the
good.
kids that are coming
Yeah.
out with the dual credit, that they'll
Yes.
be able to go on to Tarleton as
Right.
well. Mhm.
That is
And then they'll
excellent.
come out with the dual credit. They'll
Yeah.
be ready to go straight into college
Or just get a job.
or just get a job because they're
Because
going to
they
have
already
their
have that
culinary. They
certification.
have
Mhm.
the robotic is really
Yeah.
going to be good.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
With that coming out, with what about the drones? You think that's going to be part of it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they gonna like
The
that.
kids are really interested in
Oh,
that.
they gonna love those drones. I tell you, because I got a meeting tomorrow. Well, we have meetings with the UAS or whatever it is.
Okay.
And that's all they talk about is drones.
Yeah.
That's all they talk
Yeah.
about. And it's so exciting to see all that
Yeah.
with the drones. So that's gonna be really good for
Yeah.
the kids.
Oh, absolutely.
That robotic, and they get to
Mhm.
build the robotics
Uh-huh.
and put it together. That is gonna be so awesome. I might even try to go back over there and see
Well,
what's
that's what
going
you need
on.
to do.
Yes,
once
I'm gonna
once
go back.
the building is
Yes.
completed, we'd like to invite the community to come out and do a
Yes.
walkthrough so you can actually see
Yes.
what they're getting ready to
Right,
learn.
That'd be
because you
good.
know Bell Helicopter always goes to what's that school over there?
Dunbar.
Dunbar.
Yeah.
They always bring the helicopters
Right,
over there to Dunbar,
right.
and that was so exciting to those kids to see that
Right.
helicopter come
Yeah.
and everything. So this is
No,
gonna
we
be
got
exciting.
some things that are getting ready to come to ODY, and
Yes,
I'm
I'm
just gonna put
excited.
that out there that you'll be even more excited to see.
Saying stuff. So you're gonna be working ODY. You say you have 6 schools that you
that are doing the Learning
the
Academy
Learning
network.
Okay.
But yeah, I have in my district, I believe I have 15 schools
15.
total. Mhm.
Woo.
And that's from elementary all the way to
High school.
early college. Because
Oh,
I have
early
TCC
college, really?
early college. Mhm.
So do you go to all 15 schools?
You
or-
know, I try to make my rounds,
Gosh.
but it's been hard with COVID. So we've been
Yeah.
doing a lot of virtual stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I try to go as much as I can. Mhm.
So what about the programs that, I mean, I know you said y'all have a program. Say for instance, I wanted to come and do a workshop.
Okay.
Would I be able to come and do a workshop?
Yeah, I could, call the principal and let him know that, you would like to come and do something with our kids.
Oh, I was
and-
just asking because Kim might want. No, I was just asking because workforce love to get into
Yeah.
different things, and I
Yeah.
love doing workshops and stuff. And just to get them ready. It's
Oh,
a
yeah,
motivational workshop.
absolutely.
It doesn't have to be resumes and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but we could implement that.
Right.
But just to motivate them, hey,
Yeah.
there is life after high school.
Right.
Because kids need that.
Yeah.
Now, all the kids do not have to go to college, right? I mean,
No.
they are not pressured that they have to go to
No,
college.
no.
Okay, so the other programs can help them, like you said. I didn't know y'all was gonna have a culinary over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about the
That
culinary.
is awesome.
So do they on the culinary? Do they
Yeah.
like I know it's the COVID-19 but when did the culinary school start?
I believe it started a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
I think that was one of the first programs of choice that they had.
Okay,
And
so
that
do
was
they?
That's
for me.
good.
So do they plan meals for
Mhm.
people and they come in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and taste and all that.
See, Linda trying to find out so
Free
she can
food.
come over there and eat the food like we used to do with Terracotta. Remember, we used to go over there and they would set up all this stuff, and we would go over there and eat up everything.
And it
So
is
please
like-
contact us on that one. We love to be a
you need to
taster.
contact us.
Because
So
those foods, they
tasting-
be really cooking,
Yeah.
throwing
Yes.
together some food.
But I think that is good because
It
if
is.
they don't want to go to college
Mm-hmm.
and they have their degree in culinary
Mhm.
school,
Mhm.
they can go work,
That's right.
and then
That's
they
good.
can continue to go to culinary school to enhance it.
Absolutely.
So that is
That's the
excellent.
goal. That's the goal. And you were talking about coming to do different
Workshop.
workshops and stuff like that. One of the things that we just did was doing a virtual career fair that focused on careers of civil service.
Okay.
And that's working with the police, fire,
Yeah.
the EMTs,
Oh yeah.
and the corrections. So that's something that if that's something that you want to do, let me know. We
I
can
would
definitely
love
do
to
that.
do that.
And what we
Yeah.
did was we did it virtually for our
Yeah.
4th through 8th grade. And the reason why, especially for the 7th and 8th grades,
Yeah.
the reason why we wanted to do it for them is because that's the grade where
That's
they
good.
decide where they want to go as far as
Yes.
the programs of choice.
Yes.
And if they haven't been introduced to those fields, and the
Mhm.
only reason that they see those fields if it's something negative.
Right.
So I wanted to introduce them to these fields to show them that you can be on this side of the law
right.
and it's okay.
Right.
Right.
Because you rarely see a lot of
That's true.
employees of color
Right.
in those roles.
That's
and so
right.
what we
Especially
did,
women.
and
Yeah.
that's exactly
That's
what the
the thing
focus
right
was,
there.
the women and the people of color. And so, because there's a lot of women and regular employees are getting ready to retire. They've
That's
been
true.
in this field for a long time, and once they get in, they stay in it. And so now they're getting
Yes,
ready
they
to
do.
retire. And so I reached out to them, and I was like, where, we have these programs of choice at Eastern Hills. I believe they're the ones who have the law and law enforcement and EMTs. And I said, the kids need to see you. They need to see you because you look like them. And you're getting ready to retire. You need to start mentoring them start getting into these positions to take their place. And so that's what we had. And we had, it was an excellent event. And that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. We're getting ready to do something with BNSF as well. So if you want to bring some employers, let me know and we can make that happen, because these kids need to be introduced to these fields before they get out of school.
And that's what we used to do anyway. We would go I used to go to all the schools and talk to the different career. They had career day.
Right.
And everybody would come in.
But now it's virtually.
Now it's virtually. Everything is Zoom.
Right. And the kids can actually chat with the employees and talk to them and say, so what did it take for you to be an EMT? When do I start being a police officer? What do I need to do now that can get me ready? Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
What classes and that's good because they can focus on this now, and that will also help them get their grades better.
That's right. Because they know that they have a goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Setting that goal for them.
Exactly.
And it's good to see that, because a lot of kids think that they have to go to college to be successful.
No.
You don't have to go and get a 4-year degree to be successful.
No.
You can get an associate degree and still be successful. Or you can go into training.
Yeah.
You can go into different training to do that. So y'all talk about all of this. And
we want to give them all the options.
Yeah, that's good.
We want you to come out with something.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's going to motivate the kids and make them, especially, you look at the women, some women think that they can't be engineers. Some women think they can't be nothing but in the nursing field.
Right.
But you can see teaching. Women doing the 18-wheeler driving trucks now.
Oh, that's huge. Yeah. As a matter of fact, they were that was a big thing last year, that they were really focusing on women drivers, because they said the women drivers, they get less tickets and they take care of the trucks better. Right. So they were looking for more women drivers.
And they're probably more reliable sometimes too, because they're going to make sure everything on time and all of that. That's if they get a good one. Yeah. They got good structure on that. Right. So come on, Daphne, tell me, why would I want to vote for Daphne Brookins? Why would I want to vote for Daphne Brookins?
Well, let me tell you, I can tell you that.
Tell us, why do you want to vote for Daphne?
I can tell you why.
Okay.
Because she's level-headed and she can remain calm. Daphne remains calm in stressful situations. Let me tell you why.
Tell us why, Kim.
Daphne and I used to work together.
No, girl.
Daphne
we did.
She did her 2 weeks notice, everything. We celebrated Daphne. Woo, yay, congratulations. And Daphne was cleaning out her office. And I said, Miss Daphne, I'm going to help you. She said, okay, babe. How come I threw away all the wrong stuff?
Daphne got on you.
Miss Daphne came back. She said, what are them boxes? I said, what boxes, Miss Daphne? I thought you was finished. I said, I put all in the shred bin. She said, oh, those were important, baby. She just remained calm. She said, well, maybe I didn't need them.
She didn't get upset and say, Kimberly, no!
No, I didn't.
She didn't scream or nothing.
You went the house.
I said, Miss Daphne, I thought that was the trash. I said, I can get in the shred bin for you and get them out.
No,
said, that's okay, baby. No, but I didn't want to.
She brought it in there and unlocked it and started looking through it.
I said, I'm so sorry. And that was right when the time when her husband had passed.
Oh.
So, something like that would break somebody. But she said, my son probably said I didn't need them. There was stuff I didn't need to bring home. More papers, more stuff from the office. Yeah. But I tell you, she is calm. She's level-headed. She can remain calm during adversities. Mm-hmm. And that's what we need, someone that can remain calm and not go crazy on people. And
listen.
Just listen. Yeah. That's your girl right here.
That's right. Vote for Daphne Brookins. Vote for Daphne. Start early voting. April the what? 19th through the 27th. Okay. You want somebody that's dependable, that love kids.
Yes.
And that's all
respect
Daphne has ever. I mean, from the first day I met her, she just saw kids. And I'm thinking, Kids.
Yes.
That's our future.
That's it really is.
This group is the next group that's going to be taking care of us. So I want to make sure
we want
that
them
they
to
have
work.
everything that
So
they
I
need.
can draw my Social Security.
I can tell why I would vote. Well, I voted for you last 2 years, so I would vote for you this time because there's a passion
Yes,
that you have. You have a passion for kids. You have a passion for job. In fact, you have a passion for people.
Yeah.
And that's what they need. They don't need a strict disciplinary where no, it's got to go my way or the highway. No, you're understanding you and you work with people, even the ones that
That's true.
don't understand.
Right.
You somehow integrate yourself so that they turn out understanding what you're saying and helping you do what you want to do with the youth and the kids. And I think that's awesome.
Thank you.
That's a good excellent testimony. And I will be voting for you early voting. I don't do that late vote.
Yeah, because we need to make sure
we always go early, right, Doctor?
Right, and you don't know what the weather's going to be like during that
That's
time
right.
too. It could be hot, and you don't need to be standing out there in the line.
And then you can't get no water now. You know, in
no
Georgia,
water.
you can't
COVID
get
is still out there.
They passed the bill.
Oh,
That's in Georgia.
But so Daphne, we want you to tell us a little bit more. Why should the audience vote for you? Now, we done told you why we would vote for you.
Right.
So now tell us why.
I'm just a very humble person, and it's hard for me to brag on myself.
I want you to brag, girl. I want to hear it.
I just think that, I think that all of the things that I've learned through my life history has prepared me for this position.
Yes.
Because, coming from being in politics and coming from being in the classroom and coming from serving in the community, those are all the things that you need to be able to serve on a board, to be successful with it.
Right,
I mean, you can serve on the board, anybody can. But I'm just saying, I think those are those qualities that you need, that you have somebody that can see things from different views, and not just say this is my way and that's it. And so and be compassionate and have empathy for who you serve, and I definitely feel that I have that, and can be an asset to the community. So,
Amen.
And she has such an awesome voice.
Yeah.
A voice that captures your attention. So how many is it? More than how many on the board?
I think it's 8.
It's 8 on the board. Okay, so are you the only one running on this board, or is it?
No, there's
some more people
3 more, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's on the same board with you now.
No, I only have one opponent.
Okay.
But there's 3 other seats, I think, that are running too.
Okay. But we want you all to vote for who? Daphne Brookins. And you're going to see this beautiful face on this card, and we're going to be passing these cards out. And if you want somebody that loves your children, that's going to make sure that your children are taken care of, that they're fed, and that they're going to get all this, what I say, education. Back in our day of education, Daphne is the one to vote for. So what district is it?
4.
District 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Y'all got that? District 4. And District 4 includes what areas?
Yeah, from Forest Hill all the way up to I Am Terrell. Okay. So and we got Van Zandt, Gwynn, and So
so your name should be on the ballot, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so y'all look for.
Huh? Was your dad an educator?
No. My dad was a pro baseball player.
Pro baseball.
Right.
I was trying to remember pro baseball. And then she's a supermodel too. So don't get it twisted, kids.
And she also, how many children do you have?
I have 2.
2 children, both of them out of school, high school?
Oh yeah, graduated.
Out of college?
Wow,
Daphne!
Yeah.
Wow, both our kids are out of college, they done graduated. What are they doing now?
Both of them working. Both of them had 2
Look,
jobs.
She said that quick. Both of them are working.
2 jobs. That's it. That's right. Sometimes it takes 2 jobs. It does.
Yep.
That's good. So they have seen their mom do all of this work. Yeah. So we know your children are behind. And everything.
Right.
So we are so happy, y'all. Please go out and vote for Daphne. When is early voting? April to what? I ain't gonna ask Linda. April to what? April to what? 19. She might say 5:45.
April 19th. I said April 19th at 5:45.
And make sure y'all go to early voting, April the 19th through the 27th. And the main day of voting is May
1st.
May 1st. But we don't want you to wait till May 1st.
Don't wait.
Go on out there and vote now and spread the word. Tell everybody. Okay, so look for this. We're going to be showing this over because we want everybody to only wake up thinking about who? Daphne.
Let me
She's
ask
the
a
best
question.
candidate.
What time the polls open and close?
Ooh, they vary. Some of them are 8 to 5, and then you have that 7 to 7.
Yeah.
And I believe that's on May 1st. I believe there's going to be 7 to 7.
So
Okay, so we'll be.
And there's so many
time.
different polls. You can vote anywhere now.
Anywhere now, you all. So there's no excuse.
Right.
No excuse. Hop the bus or whatever, call a neighbor and get out there and let's go and vote. You need to vote. People have died for you to vote.
Right.
And then we want to sit there and not vote. Then we want to complain.
Let me not get on my soapbox.
Yeah, that makes me mad.
You're a college athlete?
Uh-huh.
What'd you play?
I actually did basketball and track, and then I ended up having to let basketball go because the better I got in track, the more I had to travel. So I couldn't do both at the same time, so I had to let one go. But yeah.
And you say your father was a professional football?
Baseball.
Mm-hmm. Who did he play?
The Houston Astros.
Get out of Dodge.
Yeah.
And your mother?
My mom was she was a restaurant manager.
One?
Yeah.
Cool. One in Houston. In Houston.
Corpus Christi area.
Oh, okay.
South Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I grew up. Down
So you
South
are
Texas.
definitely well rounded for this position.
Yeah.
You can pull from all
Yes.
areas with your parents, your children.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know you did the youth at the workforce center.
Yeah.
She did a lot.
Yeah.
What was the Rising Stars?
Rising Stars. That's
You
the
did.
city of Fort Worth.
Yeah.
And I did Upward Bound with TCU.
Oh yeah, that's
so,
right. Upward
She did a
Bound.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all she knows is kids.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't have 10 kids.
But I had to. They were coming along with me when I was doing all of this, so that's why they were prepared to go to school when it was time for them to go.
That's true.
Because they had been through it. Yeah.
Ooh, I used to love to go and work with Daphne, do those little workshops for her with those kids, and we had so much fun. But really, on the high note, please go and vote for Daphne. This is a woman that has so much passion for kids. She
In the
loves
community,
them.
she respects her
Yes,
community.
and she's going to love them, respect them, make sure that they get their education and stuff, and bringing in new program because that ODY is going to be an awesome program.
Yeah,
So
I'm
when it's
excited to
finished,
see.
yes,
Yeah,
we're going to
some great outcomes. Yeah.
and stuff. So thank you, Daphne. Daphne, what would you say before we close with your last words?
I want to remind the 18-year-olds.
Okay,
your vote does count.
That's
Your
so
vote count.
don't let somebody tell you that they don't.
Yes,
because a lot of 18-year-olds don't think that their vote
they
count
need
and
to
won't go
register.
vote.
Right.
So and they need to register absolutely. So I just want everybody to come out and vote and let me finish what I started.
Right.
Yes.
Because
that's
it's
good.
only been barely 2 years, but they need to give me the opportunity. Oh yeah, that and that goes with tonight's
Daphne
theme.
wants to finish what she started.
That's right.
Philippians
That's right.
1:6.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because Daphne been in there 2 years and she's accomplished a lot in her 2 years.
even
And
during the
what was one of your favorite, before we close, what was one of your favorite things that you accomplished? I mean, what was this? I know you probably got a lot of them. I know.
Let me see. One of the favorite things that I accomplished.
See, it's so many.
It's so many.
Go,
one of the favorite things that I accomplished was when I first got in there and was still with Workforce was helping create that MOU partnership between Fort Worth ISD and Workforce.
Yes.
And what that was that make sure that the employers were ready for our kids when they graduated from high school.
Yes.
So that was the very first thing that I did when I got on the board.
Good.
And that's really good because it's not as scary as when you are just out there. You leave school, you think you don't need anybody.
Right.
And then you're out there trying to find a job, then you're afraid. When you had all of it at school right here, where you were in the comfort of your teachers, your counselors,
That's
your peers, and finding work then is a lot easier because my kids were ready.
Yeah.
because of the different programs. Although we're in Arlington ISD,
Yeah.
they were ready. Sebastian was ready to start his career in 7th grade.
You're right.
I said, baby, you just got to graduate. Don't leave yet.
Right,
He
right,
was
right.
ready because the teachers and everyone was preparing him and
That's right.
showing him his future and what it would be and how much money he would make and what he had to do. I mean, he was
Yeah.
like, okay, Mom, I'm ready to quit school. I can go ahead and start my career.
Oh, he saw you dollar bills.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
I said, no,
yes.
you can't. No, baby, you got to graduate for them to hire you. The boss,
Yeah.
he's not going to hire you until you get that diploma.
Yeah.
But he was ready and he was motivated.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And a lot of kids need to realize that they need that high school diploma.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They need that. And some of them think that they don't need it
No.
until they
Right.
get out there.
It's too competitive
Yeah.
right now.
It
You
is.
know, and with the job
It really
market right
is.
now, it's the high school kids are competing with grown-ups.
Right.
Yeah.
So they have to have that education. Mhm.
And that's going to be one of the things that they ask for, your high school diploma.
Yeah.
And then it's hard going back trying to get one.
Oh, yeah.
But you can go back, but it's
drop out,
work.
but you
Yeah.
can still go back. There
Yeah.
are programs that you can still go back and get your high school diploma.
Yeah.
But stay in school. Enjoy being a youth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Enjoy
Enjoy
being
it.
a youth, because when you become an elder, it is hard out
It
there.
sure is.
So remember, 18-year-old, go and register.
That's right.
Be proud that you can vote.
Yeah.
You worked hard to get to 18. And we want you to be able to go and vote. That's showing that you're grown too.
Yeah. That's
And
the celebration.
yeah,
That's
that's
your-
a celebration. Go and vote.
I know, I was excited when
And
I
then
first voted.
responsibility
That's
as
right.
well. So please, when you go out there and register and vote, make sure that you vote for who, girl? Daphne
Daphne
Brookins.
Brookins.
And it's early voting April the 19th through the 27th, and the main day is May 1st. But again, please, we're going to be passing these cards out. Churches, tell your members, everybody, family, tell them about Daphne, someone that's
Daphne
really
Brookins.
care about
Her community,
your
yes.
kids. And the school district has really been good these last 2 years. I can't believe you was only 2 years
I
ago.
know, it
Yeah.
just like it was just yesterday.
Almost.
I mean,
Almost
2
2 years.
years ago,
Mhm.
almost, and she
Wow.
was sitting right here with us,
Right.
and we was getting the word out,
Yes.
and we're going to be
Oh
running
my
this
God.
until after May 1st. We're gonna keep running this.
Right.
So please, y'all, we're gonna put Daphne on your mind.
Yes.
You're gonna go to bed saying Daphne. You're gonna wake up saying Daphne, and you're gonna go and vote for who? Daphne. And Daphne,
Brookins.
we're so happy
Yes,
that you took the time
Brookins.
out.
Thank you.
Because a lot of politicians do not come, and take the time out to fellowship and stuff, but you're doing a good job.
But you know, y'all are like family.
I
No,
know.
thank
So
you,
you
thank
better
you,
keep
thank
us as
you.
your family. But we're so happy because we're glad that you are running for the Fort Worth School Board.
Yeah, me
and
too.
I believe
Yes.
that you're going to make it this
Me
year.
too.
Thank you.
We're
4
going to
more
put our
years.
request
4 more
into the
years.
Lord
4 more
that she's
years.
going
We're
to
claiming
make
it.
it.
We're
We're
claiming
going to
it.
claim it in the name of
4
Jesus.
more
And
years.
she's going to
4
what?
more years.
Finish
what
what she started,
Four
okay?
more
So,
years.
Daphne, thank you so much. What you over there saying, Kim?
4 more years.
4 more years.
years.
Yes, this will be my first full term. So
This will be our
Yes,
first
yes,
4 years,
yes.
y'all. She's running. So we're excited about Daphne running for the Fort Worth School Board.
Yes.
She's only been there 2 years. She's been doing an awesome job, and a lot of people know Daphne. She has good recommendations and sponsors and everything. So
Yes, she
please go out. Please vote. Don't stay at home. Do not stay at home. People have died and made sacrifices for us to go and vote.
Right. We stand on their shoulders.
Oh,
Yes, we are.
Yes. And voting is important. And not
Put
just
you on
voting
my
for the
pity
president, vice versa. You need to
Believe in
vote
that.
in every election
Yeah.
that you can vote, but know the people that you are voting for.
Right.
Don't just go out and just vote just because it's Democratic, Republic. Know those people.
Read up on it.
Yes, read up on it and know.
Right.
And that's really why we wanted Daphne to come on the show, so you'll be able to hear and see her beautiful face
Yes.
and hear what she has accomplished in those 2 years. God bless you.
Thank
I
you.
know.
Thank you.
That's
All
beautiful.
right, until we see you face to
Face to
face,
face.
may God bless you and keep you. If you would love to be on the show, www.elmatalkshow.com. Until we see you face to face. Love you.